take to... How am I going to remind myself to turn on this stupid mixer box anyway? I don't even know how it could happen. Hey guys, name's Fen. Playing some... So good. Or maybe it was mediocre. Yeah, I'm just going to tell myself it was mediocre. Anyway, playing some The Power of Suggestion. You can jump onto this. You can go over here. You could even step on the planters.
What's that? Speak.
So if you're Stephen Fry, then you can plant a bulb in the window box. That's like really obscure. Anyway, a Modern Hairstyles magazine and Forbidden Lovers, the tale of the pagan and the lady. So forbidden, but it's quite extremely mild for being something forbidden, and therefore it's adorable. But I shouldn't have bopped her out, come to think of it, because you know, hey, she's got this cute sort of like spicy but very mild spice romance story, which is cute, and she's got, you know, hairstyle stuff, which, you know, I have hair, so yeah. I'm gonna leave her alone. I'm gonna leave her alone when I'm robbing her place. I'm gonna shoot the window. I wanna shoot her in the... Whoa, no, hey. Hey, chill. Yeah. She can enjoy her stuff without having a life-ending concussion. And I'm not even gonna wake her up. Or am I? So yeah, you can get on top there, but there's nothing there and you can't even get down. Because this is, you know, old dark. And I think this is... That must be the room I just went into. Now, I don't... Yeah. I don't actually remember, like... That's not the doctor's place, I don't think. But I don't remember what it is, and I'm just curious to find out. Anyways, yes, the rubbish disposal meets so-and-so room is, oh yeah, it's the place that looks like another place. Wonder if I can ever open that door in the first building where Garrett's like, can't open this one. That's exactly how Garrett sounds. Oh. The worst thing is I lost the first Fate of the Art video too. So you won't get my first reactions. Which I hate! Because there's no way I can oh, here I am. Recreate that frigging... Oh, no. I saved again. What did I do that for? Now I gotta go down the tree again. There's no way I can recreate that reaction to You Probably Know What It Was. And it was so genuine, too. God damn it. Anyway, the rubbish disposal room. It's not here. This gate is just a tease. Speaking of hairstyles, what's with the phrase teasing your hair? When you tease your hair, the hair is teased up. What do you mean it's teased? It's hair. You can't tease it. What are you going to go like, nah, your hair and not a nose, therefore you're bad. Seriously. Was I in here before? What's with that wind? Oh, yeah, that's the doctor. Never mind. I have to go back here or somewhere. It's kind of far. But at least I can refine the jokes that I awkwardly told before. Where am I going? First section. So that maybe they'll be slightly funnier, but not as spontaneous. This is what happens. This is what happens, Larry. Anyway, is my health supposed to be this low still? I thought I... Oh, maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, this place over here... It looked like you couldn't go in here. Because you're always like, go in there. I'm like, but you can't, bro. Except somehow you can if you just... Yeah. It's yeah, I don't know. It could be more obvious. And also it's weird because this... Yeah, there's a dude over here. There's that service elevator which you can't use,
Didn't sound like rats this
like, not for any real reason. It's just the game doesn't let you, which is, it wants you to go up through here, which is a neat puzzle, except that it just sort of artificially doesn't let you do the obvious way. But anyways, manager's office. Manager's office. Don't be disgusting, Finn. And 500 gold on a night like this is quite a good haul. It almost seems rhythmic, except not at the end, but, you know, whatever. Clean heat exchanger filters, fix leak in tub faucet floor 3, clear blockage in southwest roof drain, paint walls in empty ground floor apartment, buy Liana a bottle of dry white wine. Oh, he's buying a lady a bottle of dry white wine. What a gentleman. Boiler and furnace maintenance and repair, landlord and tenant act revised. Oh, what a down-to-business guy. Play Gear, the magazine for Mechanist men. In this issue, riveting ladies. Yeah. Mechanist assembly line girls know what pops your rib. Aren't I cute? Like, I can't say something like this. This is like, It's too dirty. This month's Gizmo girl, friend Letitia in the boudoir, an 8-page pictorial with her not wearing any armor. The girls of the gear, this month's collection of Mechanist ladies will heat your boiler. This is completely silly. I love it. Play Gear Forum. Dear Play Gear, last week while fixing a gear with a damaged tooth at Angel Watch, friend Lariah, not her real name, came in unexpectedly and locked the door behind her. Was I surprised to find that she wasn't there to help me change the gear, but change gears? She closed my She closed my toolbox and said, "Thou shalt have no use for these for a while yet." Yeah, that's definitely real. You should always believe stories of extremely, outrageous sexual escapades that sound like the plot of a film. They're always, yeah. Except, I guess, if you're a celebrity, then your sexual escapades are, like, even way more ridiculous than you could ever make up. So in that case, they are true. Guaranteed. Unless you're a celebrity who's just, like, prone to telling tales of an elongated vertically nature and fibbing, and yeah, there's this gambling parlor here. So, yeah, food, money, and a good old copy of the male sanity aid. Anyway, what you do is, I don't know if this part of the ceiling is wood. Oh, it is. Okay, it almost looked metal, but at least those beams are wood. So yeah, you just kind of. Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna have to go ahead and just disagree with you there. Yeah. I just. Yeah. Just don't agree with your views on that issue. No. You see, I'm more of a birthday cake sort of person. Yeah. I believe the birthday cake is always the right choice. So anyway, you want to get down onto this little Headley head here so that you could be just low enough to not get hurt on this, roof. And there's, I guess, a new section of town or something. Now, I would get down, except I'm not sure if I could get back. Well, maybe. Anyways, I really need to get up here because things may or may not get ludicrously interesting. Ha! I lied! You're taffin' right, I had money from you. Easy for you to complain, but once you gamble away half the rent again, who has to face the landlord while you're at work, and who has to ask him to give us another week to come up with the rest of the rent? I'll be home in the morning once you're gone to work, and this month the rent is getting paid on time, you no good galoot! Sir, watch your language, please. There are modern English speakers present, or whatever. So he's hidden money, like, here, or just, somewhere. I mean, I guess it would have to be here. But unless that letter is to this guy, I don't know. I don't really need the loot, so if I can't find it cursorily, I guess I just will move on. I don't.
There?
Whoa. Lady, You're the lady that in the previous episode I thought you were a guy, and then I made a hilarious joke about you not looking like those ladies in Playgear magazine, therefore I didn't know you were female. I don't have a problem. It was way funnier then, but I figure that maybe by injecting some sarcasm I can make it funny again. Anyway. I don't know. Oh, staircase to lobby. They just like label their staircases very, very clearly. Yeah, she was coming down the staircase when she came, and I bopped her on the head, and it's a game, fame, shame, name, McBride and Hyde. McBride and Hyde. Yeah. His name was Johnny McBride, and then he went to Hyde. Oh, yeah. That's the greatest lyric. None of this take my hand, make me understand shit. It's like I'm gonna hide and you'll be my bride. Yeah. I'm gonna win the songwriting competition of the Taffing Year 840 now. I'm not gonna bop these two out. I didn't last time either, by sheer luck of me just deciding to be nice, but Madame de Boncoeur, that means good heart. It is at personal risk that I send you this letter, knowing as I do that if it were to be discovered, retribution from my master would be swift and assured. I will trust in your discretion, believing as I do in the love you possess for your sister. It is on her behalf that I write to you. On your sister's wedding day, she and my master did not retreat to their summer home for their honeymoon, as you were led to believe. My master went with another woman, and your sister was taken against her will to the Garden of the Angels. Although this asylum has an impeccable reputation, all is not as it seems, and the administrator accepted payment to operate on someone of sound body and mind, namely, your sister. A servant hears so many things. Those to whom they are in servitude often speak as though they are not even there. It seems my master lied to your sister before marriage regarding his desire to have children, and once they were married and she became his legal property, there was no longer any need for him to lie about it. As you may be aware, modern psychiatry has determined, falsely I believe, that the seat of all female mental disorders is the womb. Hence they have classified various female mental conditions as hysteria, allegedly solved by a hysterectomy. These are words that you want to say very loudly. Or surgical removal of the womb. I was there arranging books in the library during my master's meeting with the administrator of the asylum when the master paid for the diagnosis of hysteria in your sister, assuring she would bear no children. I can assure you the only hysteria I have ever observed in your sister was the day that she and my master returned home from the marriage ceremony to discover she was being restrained by two large men in white coats and forced into a locked carriage to be taken away to the asylum. As she screamed for his help, my master casually walked into the manor, never looking back to his new bride. As she was being carted in the ambulance to the asylum, he walked calmly into the library to meet his mistress, who was reading a book as though nothing of any consequence was taking place. They headed for the honeymoon your sister was supposed to take that very afternoon. A fortnight later, the butler accompanied the master to the asylum after the operation. When your sister refused to ever return to the house, the master paid the administrator for a diagnosis of incurable melancholy. The only way she will ever be freed from the chloral hydrate and the laudanum and the freezing cold hydrotherapy baths and the electroshock will be to return to the master in complete submission. I'm hopeful that an equally large donation to the asylum may help to cure your sister and have her released under your care. Please do not reveal to anyone how you came upon this information, as my master's wrath can be altogether thorough when he doesn't get his way. Mr. Sauvé, librarian, that means to save in French, so some allegories going on here or whatever. So things got real dark real fast. But the story is getting very intriguing. So, dark or otherwise, that is my diagnosis of the story. Also, she's gonna eat a fruit. Are they only two? Whatever. 2 health from a fruit. They should call it a toot. No, they really shouldn't. So new places all around. Now, where the hell did I go? I think I went up here. Oh, I mean, we got to keep the story going with the crazy stuff and the insanity and the fake insanity that was paid for and all sorts of things. Yeah, I want to go over this way. You are an odd noise, etc. Whoa, whoa. What? You know what? I'll take that. That was amusing enough for me to just take it right up the nose. Up the nose. This rate I'll die anyway. There. So she can just do whatever the hell she feels like. I don't care. I'm in a grumpy mood. I lost the laugh of the century. This guy stood up, I guess. I said, oh yeah, I guess this isn't progress after all. I don't know. Hey, Jocko, the boss has a new joint picked out for us, complete with notes on patrol routes and floor layout. It's a pretty ritzy place, so the booty ought to be pretty sweet. I'll fill you in on it tomorrow. Scooch. Those are terrible names for thieves. Scooch and Jacko. Like, scooch over, Jacko, it's cuddling time. That's what people say in a relationship, right? Scooch over, it's cuddling time. Pretty sure that's like the required law or something. I don't know. Anyway, a cucumber and a water arrow. A note that tells you nothing of consequence is what you get here. Yep, the word consequence is still not lost its luster. Or its lust. For humor or for life. To me. Yeah, this was just like a, hey, whatever, I think the place I actually want to be is right there. Oh. Nope. Wow, this is super easy last time. Dude, how did I do this? I just walked right there and it was just like that. There we go. I'm even gonna wait this time. 'Cause a thief who gets some exercise is a thief worthy of being bopped upon the head. Let's Pavlovianly condition this dude. Pavlov. Okay. Oh, good boy. Also, don't slouch, darling. So, Model T4 transmitter. 1. Remove unit from service before making any frequency adjustments. 2. All frequency adjustments are calculated by adjusting the air capacitor. Air capacitor. I don't know if air is a material that you can use in a capacitor. Do you mean like inductor? I don't know. Using the adjustment screw at the base of the unit. I don't know what I'm talking about. This makes the parallel plates, which almost make contact with one another, have more or less area in proximity to each other, affecting the capacitive reactance of the air capacitor. Well, there's lithium air. That's a battery. Whatever. Use Karas's formula of capacitive reactance divided by the resistance value set at the factory to determine the transmission frequency. 3. Important! Before inserting or removing the unit, always connect the discharge rod to the 2 nodes, making sure the flat switch is disengaged. This will prevent stored charges, which sometimes build up in the circuitry, from grounding out on the connecting pins of the unit while removing it or inserting it into the socket. 4. Caution! Never connect the discharge rod to the unit while it is operating. Good! Ugh! This will lead to a rapid thermal runaway, which will quickly burn out the unit. 5. For further queries, please contact the manufacturer or your service technician.
That was helpful.
Was it, Garrett? Was it? Mesmerism or animal magnetism. Now, mesmerism / animal magnetism, I heard about this at some point. I think it's like the precursor to hypnotism, where it was like a wrong explanation of it or something like that. I mean, hypnotism is a real thing, but mesmerism turned out to not be like a real... I don't know. I can't quite remember, but like mesmerism was a real theory at some point anyways. Although magnetists are almost exclusively interested in the therapeutic aspects of their new science, many magnetists have succeeded in discovering all the major phenomena of mesmerism that we know today. Thus, they have discovered and described post-mesmeric suggestion, mesmeric catalepsy, positive and negative hallucinations, seeing things that are not there and not seeing things that are there, mesmeric amnesia, and mesmeric analgesia. Oh, that's it, is it? Okay. After attending an entertainment-based lecture by a famous magnetist, I began to wonder if merely enjoying a few laughs at people believing that feathers were so heavy they couldn't lift them, or that they were inextricably attached to their chairs, was the best application for such a potentially useful skill. Once I learned the skill of mesmerism and my sister volunteered for fun to be my first subject, I was quite proud of myself that I truly convinced her that her lemonade was too boiling hot to even hold the glass. She and her husband later enjoyed a laugh about it with me, and I began to wonder if perhaps this was the beginning of something powerful enough to exact revenge on my husband for having me committed to the asylum. I was looking for a pattern upon which to shape my plans, and began observing nature for ideas. One evening, by lamplight, I observed an unfortunate insect become trapped in a spider's web. The spider quickly approached its struggling prey and paralyzed it. It wrapped it with a spinning motion and saved it to savor later, then returned to the center of its web and pulled it tightly once again, waiting for its next unfortunate victim. While I admired the spider for its resourcefulness, it wasn't quite the right example to follow its pattern, since each victim can only be exploited once. It was on a picnic that I first observed ants on a wild rose bush. Wondering what it was about rose stems which would interest them, I approached the bush to observe more closely. To my amazement, I beheld the ants tending to hundreds of aphids on the plant. The ants allowed them to live so that they could collect the dew from their legs day after day. A better situation, but still not quite right, for the ants have no leader and serve no one master ant, and also having a bunch of people that you collect dew from their legs every day is a little weird. This perfect example to follow came one day when I observed a beekeeper wearing his netting approaching a large cluster of bees. As he walked past me towards this buzzing mass of motion, I inquired what had happened. He informed me that the queen bee was at the center of this mass of drones protecting her. One of his hives had become overpopulated, so a new queen set off with the drones in search of a new place to make a hive. He had brought with him a freshly constructed hive, and carefully brushed aside drones to gently place the queen in the new hive. All the drones flew into the hive after her, and within 1 minute the beekeeper was able to close the hive and return to his apple orchard, where he said he would place the hive for the bees to pollinate his trees. Fascinated, he explained that all the work the drones do in the hive is centered around the queen. They bring her food, they collect nectar, they build combs to store her eggs and feed the larvae. Drones would give up their lives without hesitation to protect and preserve the queen and the hive. I'd found the pattern for my plan. Each of my subjects would be as a drone, and I their queen. I would find men ready for battle like the drone, such as police and thieves, and slowly build up a figurative hive where each drone would be allowed to enjoy the fruit of his labor, much as the drones are not expected to starve themselves, but are expected to bring back the bulk of their work to contribute to the hive and preserve the queen. It was then that I realized that this was in many ways the exact arrangement my husband had built among his people. But if my drones were more skilled than his drones, we could attack and overtake his hive. This is where all of the work and planning began. No comment, Garrett? No comment on being a drone? I mean, I can certainly drone. Ha 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 ha. But Garrett, who knows? What the hell was that key anyway? I hope I used it, because if I didn't, then I'm never going to remember where. So yeah, I'm just going to ignore it. Also, nice desk periscope there. The trendiest trend of the 1840s or whatever it is. Boss's spare bedroom key. Clearly not for this. And apparently not for this either, because it's not a bedroom. So was the boss her? That lady? It's very, very intriguing. That's for dang certain. Isn't this, like, higher than it should be? Well, maybe not. Maybe not.
So I noticed last week they were doing some work on that door that never opens.
You idiot, they weren't working on the door, they were working on what's behind the door.
Oh, well, of course, yes. That's what it meant, of course. What is behind that door, anyway?
Some gizmo. Beats me what it's for. Boss doesn't want anyone in there. Had the control switch for that door installed at the base of the antenna on the roof. When they worked on it last week, poor Jacko had to climb up there to hit the switch. I'd have been scared tapless, but it was as if Jacko thought he was a monkey or something. Climbed up there no problem. Funny thing though, I know for a fact Jacko's afraid of heights. I'm always the one climbing into windows while we break into joints. He's always lookout. When he found out he was gonna have to go up there, he was scared taffless too. Tried hitting the switch with an arrow. Stood on the north rim of the chimney in his hotel room. Told me he almost had it too. Closest he got to the switch was when he used the middle beacon light of the antenna as a sight guide. He placed the middle light near the bottom of his bow sight and came real close to hitting it, but it's just too far away. He was tapping in his pants come time to go up there. The boss talked to him in private for about 10 minutes, and he came out and climbed up there like heights never bothered him his whole life. Weird.
Well, I guess we really don't need to know what it is. Things are working out fine for us since we've been working for the boss.
Yeah, the boss sure does get a huge cut, but we're making more than ever, so I guess there's no point complaining.
Okay, so here's a part where for some reason, because I listened to this conversation before, I just zoned out, and then I spent the next, like, now until the end of the video going, what? He didn't say something he said last time, but he actually did, and I just missed it because I was zoned. So, like, never even mind that. Oh my god, everything's just getting messed up today. But, like, yeah, then I kind of went like, rah, for a million years, and eventually, Fen, if you can get your wits together, eventually I turned around and actually did something other than stare at this door for 10 million hours. I guess I'm not yet doing that, though. You'll stop when you stop and start when you start, and when you're ready to become not stupid, you can just turn around, Fen, please. Fen, he said it. It's no big problem, okay? What am I... So anyway, yeah, toilets, they're hilarious. And, this guy, watch what happens here. Watch this. Oh, this is great. Fen! Please, watch this. This is great. This is, he turns around. It's acting as a flash. Oh, my God. That's cool. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, good times. Yeah. And I'm just like, oh, can you frob this stuff? And then my beard starts tickling me on my mic. And that's not as sexy as it might sound, but, you know, hey. And eventually, I start thinking, okay, so I've got the boss's spare bedroom key. Do I have to go back to the first building? Is that door that Garrett said can't open this the boss's spare bedroom? Not sure. That's what I'm sort of musing on. Then I go, oh, a little cute. Oh, a little cute. Oh, I apologize, but you can't open it with anything I've got. And I have this key, which I don't even remember what it was from. I don't remember if I said that either, but it's coming to sort of the end of the video. I guess I could end it sooner, but nope, not 1 second below what it was. So see you guys next time. And